What is going on, YouTube? The Local Mango here. Different style video for today. I'm doing a personal rig upgrade, if you want to call it as an upgrade. Swapping some parts out from my computer. We moved recently. This computer was fully liquid cooled. I'm never sure. Not sure. I don't think I ever showed on YouTube this build, but it's okay. I never really 100% liked it. I had some issues that when I did it, I was just like, fuck it, we're gonna work it through. So, uh, the build has two 420 rads. Combined total watt of cooling is 1400 watts. It has a Kaby-Lake i7 K that was 4.9 gigahertz overclocked. 5 gigahertz worked. It just got too hot. I think that CPU needed to be deleted anyway, or however you say it. 32 gigs of Trident Z RAM from G.Skill. MSI M7 motherboard. A really good motherboard. I really like it. And it had the EK Supremacy Evo on it, and then I had a GTX 1080 Ti that had the GTX 1080 Ti FTW3 Black on it. Mayhem's blue coolant, as you can see, some of it's right there because I sprung a leak a month before we moved out, and I was running the system because I was like, I'm not gonna be down without a gaming computer for 2-3 months. But it still managed to hold up. Some more coolant managed to escape. I had towels underneath, so nothing got wet. Some of my custom cables did get wet, which anyway I'm gonna get new cables made by, I believe, Cable Mods. I'm gonna do this time. I'm gonna get more cables done from them. The other cables were done by, I think, Lutro. It was one of the JH2 Sense custom cable guys that did his cables on Skunkworks when he had the yellow coolant. So I'm gonna be doing a bit of an upgrade. The 1080 Ti is staying. Unfortunately, with the GPU pricing, I'm not gonna spend 2 Gs on a 3080 Ti or 3090 or whatever. The motherboard and CPU are gonna change. I'm going with AMD. I want to try out that computer. Was my streaming computer, and it had a 5800X on a Asus motherboard. I forgot the gaming F. It's a B550 board. $180 motherboard. Decent. I would want to get maybe a better motherboard in there if I do like the AMD approach to it. I want to try AMD. I want to try something different. Intel is probably still better for gaming, but I like sometimes when I go to car shows, edit videos and post them. So that CPU is going to be a beast at processing and rendering of videos. So clean up the case as best I could. Got all the residue of coolant out, dust, etc. I swapped those two fans out, and they're now intakes. Because this case, I opened all of this up because you didn't get to see it anyway. I opened all of that up, allowing those fans to push air through. So this is the EVGA DG87. This case, unfortunately, is discontinued. I don't know why. I personally like this case a lot. I guess maybe it wasn't really popular in the lineup, but the DG86 is still there. I think the major difference is this one has the fan controller and the other ones don't. But the way this case is meant to be set up is this is the front, this is the side, and that's the back, and that's the top. So I want this case to sit like that case is, so it's against the wall. I'm able to look at this. So my theory is have fan intakes here, and then it's all gonna go up. I don't know. Maybe that's gonna work. Maybe not so really. But as the sun just went down, so I just lost some light. Hopefully it doesn't look bad. I'm recording this on my S21 Ultra, so hopefully it looks okay. 60 hertz, and I think it's 1440p. Anyway, so still gonna reuse the two 420s. Way overkill on the cooling. I mean, two 420s are probably made for like an extreme build with like 2 or 3 GPUs back in the day. But I mean, I'd rather have additional overkill cooling than have barely minimum. What I used to do is I had a Commander Pro, so the front fans would run off the case because the case maximum wattage for the fan controller is 30 watts, I believe, and three EK uh, Evo Vardar fans that are high static pressure would almost max that controller out. So I had a Commander Pro that would run the top and then the back fans as well, which allowed me to take these three fans and shut them completely off. If I'm sitting idling, watching YouTube videos, watching streams or whatever, and I didn't need all the cooling, I would just shut those fans off, and basically the coolant would just go through, go through the radiator, go into the front. The front would cool it off, and then it worked. I mean, the CPU, GPU temperatures were idling, 30s, 35s, in that general area, so it worked. But this time I'm gonna run two Commander Pros, one in the front, one in the top, and then those two rear fans are gonna be controlled by the case. So it's gonna be a little bit better. I'm gonna have more control over the EK Vardars, the top ones as well, and the front ones. I'm gonna be able to allow the pressure to be more equal, have more positive air pressure. It's gonna be heavily on the positive because I'm gonna have 5 intakes, 3 exhaust. But yeah, that's the other thing. This case, has 3 intakes and 5 exhausts. That's why I wanted to have 5 intakes and 3 exhausts. So like I said, I'm gonna swap the 5800X. Still gonna use the 1080 Ti because of the whole GPU shortage. That computer has 16 gigs of RAM. G.Skill Trident Neo 3600. So I'm gonna buy 2 more sticks to 32, just how I had in here. That's it. So go over some of the parts I got. The other build was hardline, Primo Chill tubing. It was the really small tubing, and I never liked the way it looked. I bought those tubes, the really skinny ones. I wanted big old fat tubes, but when I got it, I was like, shit. Anyway, let's make it work. So the computer ran like that for 4 years with the Mayhem's blue coolant. Never had a clog, never had an issue, never fell out, never changed colors really. The only issue I had is after 4 years, all of the tubes had like a white powder in them. The GPU block had white powder in it, and the CPU block had that white powder on the plexi side of it. But I took the blocks apart. Hopefully, I did a good job. Because I'm not gonna be using this block, the EK Supremacy block. I have a different block, but the GPU block is the same. Because unfortunately, you can't buy those 1080 Ti blocks anymore. But hopefully, I put that block back together. I watched videos. Everybody said that as long as everything's tightened correctly, the O-ring squishes, it should not leak. Hopefully, but yeah. So I'm gonna. So yeah, it was hardline. Never liked the way it looked. The tubing got like it was dirty for some reason, and inside I'm not 100% sure why. But this time I'm going with a different setup. I'm going with, let's start from the left side. I'm going with some soft tubing. I was trying with the fitting, how it will look. This is the EK. What are these fittings even called? I don't know, but they're the EK. They're the EK fittings. I got them in nickel plated silver. This fitting, I don't know if you can see that. This fitting fits there so tight. When I put that fitting on, I can't take it off. So that has a really tight fit. I don't know if it's the tubing. I mean, they're both 7/16s and then 5/18s, I believe is the correct measurement. So I don't know if the tubing is slightly slightly undersized from that. Maybe a couple little, hairs under it, or if the fittings are maybe a bit oversized. I don't know, but it has a really tight fit. So hopefully that's good. Hopefully it won't have any leaks. Swear. So I got two 10-foots, 20 feet, which I feel like it should be enough for this. I may actually use I actually may use some of them for like draining or whatever, or I may just assemble everything and do the system prep. So like I said, I got two of them. I got 2,000 milliliters of this Primo Chill opaque premix blood orange coolant. So this already has all of the micro what is it called, like the anti-corrosive, anti-microbial, whatever the terminology for that is, growth inhibitors and all that. Inhibitors, I don't know. So I had, so nothing grows in the loop. No, we have no algae, anything like that. So I have 2,000 milliliters. From what I remember, this system is like 1,500 milliliters, around that ballpark. So hopefully that's gonna be enough. If not, I could always buy another 1,000 milliliters. The cool thing about Primo Chill, going back to the tubing, is it comes with system prep. The tubing and the coolant comes with it. The tubing has a smaller one, and the tubing also comes with like the Utopia, which is the protection, like, against the against the bacterial shit and that. So I don't think I need to use that because the coolant already has that. And then the coolant also comes with the Primo Prep loop prep. So this is like 72 hours running in the system, distilled water. It's gonna prep the system for the new coolant, and then you use the system prep to, I guess, I don't know, clean it up. I think it's the same shit, just different bottles or whatever. I'll probably use the prep itself. So going on to the block, this is the EK Quantum Velocity block for AMD. And then I have fittings. I have 10 of them because GPU 2, 4, 6, 8, and then the reservoir is 10. So yeah, that's the whole update. Hopefully it goes good. I'm planning on swapping the motherboard here soon. I might as well do it even today, because I mean, I barely use that computer. Sometimes I jump on there and talk with friends, but if I have this set up, because swapping a motherboard is like, what, 10 minutes, it should be quick. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will keep updating the build. It should be done here pretty soon. Once I get the motherboard, once I get the GPU installed, the radiators, I ordered, like I said, I ordered a second Commander Pro, and I ordered 3 more of the EK Vardar fans, so I could have 6 of them. In the back I just have 2 maglevs for intake, like I said before. So yeah, hopefully this I probably should be done tomorrow or Saturday, but as always with every build it takes a little longer. So maybe like next week I'll take my time with it. I won't rush. When I first did this system, it took me a week and a half to build anyway, so hopefully this time it'll go a little quicker. Since it's soft tubing, it's it's gonna be a lot easier to plumb up and all of that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you stick around. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. So quick update. If you watched the previous, for you guys it's gonna be second. For me it's been like almost an hour. I got the motherboard in, I got the block on, the GPU is in, and this is how the coolant's gonna look. This is still rough, but you can still see I have some blue coolant there. This is how the reservoir pump or a radiator combo looks like. I like this because this fitting matches up, so it's gonna be a nice little short run. I got more of these like silver fittings that are coming in because I lost 2 of them, and so that one's gonna be there, and then the second one's gonna be on the pump front. But yeah, I mean, everything's slowly coming together. Still waiting on the top fans, still waiting on the other Commander Pro. I'm probably gonna mount them around in the basement, the Commander Pros, and then lead the cables. One of them might have to, no, technically both of them gonna have to be like up there somewhere. That's okay, nothing to worry about. It's starting to look gooch. I wish I could get a nickel plate for the back of that so it could match more, but it is what it is.